Hey guys, welcome to week 151 of the Super Mario World RomHack Races. Today's level is going to be a tough one. We've got a 7 out of 10 difficulty level by the Elogist. The main gimmick in here is going to be a layer that stays horizontally locked to the camera. And this opening screen that we have here is one of the coolest I've seen in the RomHack Races. So let's go ahead and get started. Good luck and have fun. Gotta say hello to the people. So my first thought right away there is just jump up and hit the on-off blocks. But as soon as I do that, I realize that they're moving with me, so I don't need to go up on top of the pipe. They'll come to me. So I just spin off the fuzzy and run across over here. It's really cool switching back and forth between running on top of those on-off blocks and spinning on top of the fuzzy. You just kind of change position over and over. The way the camera scrolling works in Super Mario World, it generally is going to scroll forward with me, but it doesn't scroll back unless I go very, very far back. So I just need to push the on-off blocks forward and then go back so that I have a gap to go underneath them. It's nice to have this kind of on-off block shelf that I can jump on top of at will and bring it along with me. I really wasted that shell right there, but it was nice to be able to at least get a look forward so I could see what was coming up, even if I couldn't actually survive there. Just an easy shell jump over and then back around, spinning on top of this fuzzy. So I actually didn't see this right away, but that on-off block is also triggering a diagonal area of the track down below, and when it's not there, the fuzzy just falls right off. So I thought I was just being slow there, and I was, but I was being slow getting to the wrong thing. I needed to hit the on-off block a lot earlier so that the fuzzy could survive. Again, just getting kind of a preview of what was coming up there. And I'm finally realizing here that I can hit the on-off switch in that little alcove. That's the whole reason that that's there. And then it's just a matter of going back out and getting on top and over top of all the rest of the stuff. You gotta catch that fuzzy in midair. He's just too low otherwise. If I try to spin on top of him, I'm instead gonna land on top of the on-off blocks, and it's just not gonna work. I hit him in the air, but I just couldn't catch him on the way back down. Alright, this is a much better fuzzy ride. Pretty much matched his speed exactly. I get back on top of the on-off switch, and I see a pipe, and I just go for it. But I needed to hit the on-off switch one more time to open up the path for me. Didn't realize that was coming. And one thing I really like in this level is the transitionary areas between the sections. Just kind of giving me an idea of what's going to be coming up later in the level. No real challenge there, it's just having me go through and get used to working with P-switches. And oh boy, is this section a doozy. So when you catch a spring in mid-air, it kind of does weird things with your momentum depending on how you run into it. It was pretty much just stopping me in my tracks for a while until I learned to do an extra bounce to let me catch it in midair more easily. that little kick with the shell is pretty cool. When you kick a shell without picking it up, it moves at a relatively slow speed, so I'm able to go faster than that shell with my P-speed active in midair. So I can tell I've got to hit these on-off switches twice, and get the shell up underneath those on-off blocks, so that it can turn into the disco shell. It's pretty tough for me to get up in the air and throw the shell while I'm off screen, to be able to get it to ricochet properly for me to still be able to land on it later on. And also, I need to be very fast so that the P-switch doesn't run out until that disco shell gets on top of the munchers. I'm not totally sure what needs to happen with the P-switch here, but I'm realizing after I hit it that I need to hold it in my hand because I need to get through that wall of coins. Now I've finally gotten through here for the first time with the P-switch, and I have no idea what to do with it. I noticed that I'm standing on top of brown blocks, and I think, hey, if these are brown blocks, there must be some reason to turn them into coins, and that was probably the dumbest thing that I could have done with that P-switch. Now here was a pretty big moment for me. I missed both of my throws into the on-off blocks on the left and the ones that are in the middle. But even though I missed my throw, the shell that's going up winds up hitting the on-off blocks on the left side, and I realized that's going to be a lot easier for me to do than trying to do the ricochet that I've been doing this whole time. It just drastically increased the number of attempts that I got on the disco shell section. Now again, I'm not realizing what to do with the P-switch here, and I just try to go over immediately, and that was a terrible, terrible outcome. And I just wanted to show one more scene here where I'm trying to hit the P-switch before going over top. This is when I realize that there's a P-switch indicator over to the right, so I really need to be carrying that P-switch until I get over there. Just spin off the piranha. Everything's fine. Now this move here, where I'm going to throw the P-switch into the wall to activate it, it's uncommon, but I have done it before. So having activated that P-switch, it's given me both a place to stand and a path for that fuzzy to travel over to this next area over here. I just am very bad at spinning on fuzzies. So we're seeing this final area here for the first time. I've lost the fuzzy that was traveling on the bottom platform, so the top one is the only one that I have available for me. And I could have made it work with just that top fuzzy, but I didn't know what was coming up, so I was just too slow to react. And here, I actually think that this would be a possible jump. It would just be extremely difficult. What I'm trying to do is get that fuzzy where I can see him, so I can do a big spin jump over to him, collect a couple of those coins that are underneath, and then get back over to this platform I'm on. But it would be extremely difficult. This was the last real attempt I had before 2 hours was up and I switched back to my normal streaming format. See, I've got the coins. That fuzzy's despawned. What happens if I hit the P? The coins turn into blocks. There we go. In the pipe. Oh my goodness. That's very interesting. Okay, alright. I'm holding down B. This one bullet here, I'm getting a bounce off of. This is so cool. He needs to be up on top, so I'll scroll it forward a little further. That's interesting. Not, you know, useful, but interesting. A cape? Alright. That was a great cape pump. That's a cape pound. And I'm going back to sliding, I think. The Joy-Cons seem like they work pretty well, though. I didn't actually try Skyward Sword, but I did boot up Wii Sports Resort without having to move my Wii U in here. I did it! I did it! I hit the door on the first try. Oh my god, I'm free. That level was so cool. I'll say that I strongly preferred the first part and the third part over the second part.
Get you some dinner, Dove.
Thank you, GameCube. Very generous with the bits, thank you so much. Like I said, I really enjoyed the level, but that second section was a huge difficulty spike. It took me 2.5 hours to get through that alone. My time at the end was 3 hours, 29 minutes, and 19 seconds, putting me in 8th place out of the 11 racers who finished. As always, I'm going to keep putting out these videos showing my part of the RomHack race every week. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more here on YouTube. You can find me on Twitch and TikTok. My links are down in the description.
It's over!